The pick is in.
The Montreal Canadiens have made a selection in the 2024 NHL Draft. I'm Rachel Donner. We are joined by Laura Saba to break down the Habs selecting Ivan Demidov with the fifth overall pick presented by Indeed. There's no I in team, but there is one in Indeed, and that's the hiring platform you need to build yours. To upgrade your job, post at indeed.com/locked on. So this must have been a big surprise to you as he was to go 2 or 3 in this draft.
I think that's the biggest thing is the fact that he was available at all. And when, the lottery was decided and we knew the Canadiens were picking fifth, at that reaction episode, we had, like Scott and I were talking about how much we wanted Demidov. And people laughed and said he's not going to be available. But NHL GMs are really unpredictable. And I would like to shout out Chicago and especially Anaheim for orchestrating all of this. And then for the Montreal Canadiens for not galaxy braiding this, because last year there was a situation where they didn't do this. They went with a different player as opposed to the one with the highest upside. In this case, I do believe they have gotten one of the most skilled forwards in this draft.
So the Canadiens have been a bit of a conundrum for many people around the league in terms of what is the plan here. So how do you think Demidov fits into this plan?
Well, that's really an interesting question because I think what they've done so far is they've loaded up on a lot of prospects they think have potential, but they haven't really shared their vision other than what they want is a long-term contention. But one knock on the Canadiens prospect pool has been that they have a lot of solid prospects, they've got a lot of depth, but they don't have that game changer. They don't have that guy that is a superstar potential. And now they do. And that's the thing that's so exciting about this is that he fits in wherever he fits in is going to work out, right? Like, and now they've got two really solid wingers, I would say two high upside wingers. One who's already established in the NHL right now, had a breakout year, and one who we're expected to see in North America actually relatively soon.
Yeah, so given that the Habs have moved up for their next pick in the draft as well, do you think that this team is poised to make a significant step forward in the next couple of years?
The thing that's interesting about that move is that it feels like what Kent Hughes was doing is trying to get insurance or an add-on into a trade, right? Because he's done this in the past. He's moved up in the draft in the past with that the first round pick. And then, he got Kirby Doc. He did something similar where he packaged a couple of the picks to get Alex Newhook. So this really feels like a Kent Hughes signature move, whether or not it's because there's someone that they know is available that won't be at 26th, or whether there was some sort of talk with a trade or something going on, or even if they were going to do one of those blockbuster where they're the third team. We don't really have that insight. It didn't work out, but it doesn't mean it won't happen as the night goes on. But I do think Boisvert, we might be having this conversation in a few minutes or a few hours talking about Boisvert at that point.
All right. Well, we'll see if Celine Dion is there to make that announcement
What a
as
flex,
well.
man.
I know. For more on the Montreal Canadiens, subscribe to Locked On Canadiens on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is Ivan Demidov the highest upside and most dynamic player available in the 2024 NHL Draft? My name is Sebastian High from Locked On NHL Prospects, ready to give you a breakdown. Demidov is a 6-foot, 180-pound left winger who played last season with SKA St. Petersburg in the MHL, Russia's junior league, where he logged 60 points in just 30 games, a 2-point-a-game scoring pace that is absolutely historic, rivaled only by the likes of Nikita Gusev, Nikita Kucherov, and Matvey Michkov. Demidov is a fantastic puck handler, a dynamic playmaker, and a really, really shrewd goal scorer on top. He's also a really high motor player. There's so much to like with his projection. He has shades of Nikita Kucherov and Pavel Datsyuk in his game, and while he won't be an NHLer next season, look for him to be a top 6 impact piece the year after that. For more on Demidov and all things NHL Draft, check us out at Locked On NHL Prospects on YouTube or wherever you find your podcasts.
For our continuing coverage of the 2024 NHL Draft, subscribe to Locked On NHL on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.